Is this my most recent save? Oh my gosh. It is my most recent save. So this is what we're dealing with here.
A highly decorated door stands proud.
How proud could it be? Honestly.
A highly decorated...
Okay, Tim, please enter the napped. That's how I'm trying to be when I'm EP. Napped.
Whoa, the 90s.
Whoa! Sorry, I meant... Whoa! Turn that down just a little bit. Alright. Why is he so small? He is pretty tiny. Manlet.
The wandering officers would like nothing better than for someone to break up the monotony of their
Show
day.
this store some respect. It served in the military. Lucky Bun Blim.
Blim.
People of all shapes and heritages line the hallways with nothing in common but their discontent with red tape.
Is this commentary?
The large officer fingers the remnants of his meal while sitting at
Who?
the information desk.
I don't think so.
A woodcut relief picture of former Police Commissioner Thomas. The inscription reads, "Brave in Fight, 1960 to 2008."
So, our pal, Tim here, was hired by his boss. Okay, let me see. He's a journalist. He was put on to a project to interview a local capitalist. We did. He was super weird. We got attacked? Guy just hip thrusting in the wine. Well, it's the pelvic thrust that really drives you insane.
He seems annoyed at your approach.
Is there something I can help you with?
I can feel the annoyance coming off of him.
You and everybody else around here.
It's really important that I speak with the captain.
I'll schedule you in for an appointment.
My name's Tim Manchin. I'm a friend of Barbarelli.
Manchin? I've heard of you. Barbarelli's mentioned you once or twice.
Ah, so I'm in.
So just one more time, just slightly more annoyed?
Nope.
Why don't you wait for him in his office? I think he'll be there shortly.
I love how much enunciating you're doing. Oh yeah, Tim did bust
You
that
walk down
crooked
the
cop.
corridor
Yeah.
and enter Barbarelli's office.
Wonder how that's gonna go for us. I guess we just get to cut the line? You know, we're kind of important like that.
This warped image is a replica of the last piece painted by Vincent van Gogh.
Yeah, I didn't report being mugged. Picture of wife.
An unfriendly face scowls
Sit in the
back
chair
at you.
and fart. Fuck the establishment.
A giant cluttered desk sits on the far side of the room. A sharp, angular statue rests on top of the filing cabinet.
This thing isn't really Barbarelli style. It almost looks like a collection of broken glass and jagged steel. It doesn't make sense. Can we touch it?
You run your thumb lightly along the edge of the figure, and it gives you a small cut.
Damn, I barely touched it and it cut me. Why does he have this in his office? He trips the rug, he could kill himself. I feel like the blue text is telling me that's important, but I don't know.
A television and a VCR are surrounded by collections of law books and video cassettes.
Look at his collection of porn.
A black leather couch sits underneath a bookshelf. Filled with files and reports, these cabinets are practically bulging with cases Captain Barbarelli has been involved with in his long-standing career.
Woo. Notices.
A large fax machine sits on the desk. A
Hey,
recent
question.
fax rests
What
in
the
the received pile.
HECC is a VCR.
Okay. Listen. Message. Captain, just made a positive ID on the victim here at Elm and Broad Street. Regret to inform you our cursory observations and need to confirm the victim was Officer Karen Rizzo. Rizzo, no! Time of death puts her during the time she normally patrols this vicinity. Very little to go by here. The forensic specialists have just arrived to clean up the mess. Speaking quite frankly, this killing seems to fit in with the other slayings in the past week. Our prerogative was to keep this out of the press, but I no longer see how that's going to be possible. News of the death of the community college student and the clerk from Tackles R Us are already spreading. Still only rumors to the public, but it is a matter of time before the truth gets out. I suggest a closed meeting to be held for review of the current situation. Also, the far-off future year of 2008, and we're still doing faxes. Paper.
The papers are completely shredded. It'll be a mess to carry around.
Maybe I should put them back together like some kind of puzzle?
I'm pretty
The file
sure they're
cabinet
still
is
doing
locked.
faxes in Japan today.
Depends on the business you're in.
You have no one to call.
That's rough, buddy. It doesn't count if you're faxing a bank, okay? It's hotter than a pressure cooker in here. Looks like this window is sealed shut and rusted in place.
A black leather couch sits underneath the bookshelf.
Calm.
Lucky Bun finally cancelled for belittling the humble fax machine.
A small crack has started to appear directly behind the statue.
Is there something we do with that? This music is awful. If I'm getting canceled for belittling the fax machine. But somebody gets to come in here and talk shit about MIDI? Unfair. Destroyed by facts and logic? Oh my god. An FBI badge, some money, my subway tokens, a plastic bag, a pager, a letter knife. Okay.
A long, dull letter knife.
Can we use that to stab this crack?
A small crack has started to appear directly behind the statue.
Or what else is the point?
You run your thumb lightly along the edge of the figure, and it
I think we're supposed to wait here for Officer What's-Her-Face, but
your pad is filled with notes from your interview with Victor Ambrose.
But I don't know what else to do. Those beeps are music? They are? Yeah. Computer music.
Due to neglectful maintenance, a crack has started to grow up the wall directly behind Captain Barbarelli's seat.
Okay. Seal crack.
Journalism was your major, not home improvement.
Okay, there's nothing I can do with that then.
This warped image
Okay.
a television behind you is the doorway leading out of the office.
I guess we'll just leave.
You walk out of the office and out to the corridor.
Hey, can I report a mugging?
He seems annoyed at your approach.
Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, I was hoping you could enunciate a little more. I thought that might be fun.
He's not there yet? Must be running late. Come back later.
Okay. You got it. Where are we going then?
You open the doors and leave the building.
Man, today has been a rainy, dark, low energy day. It is a sleepy one. Look, he's a cop. He's used to handing out firm sentences. I get it. That's a good one. Police don't give you a sentence, though. You have to be a judge to do that. But I get it. Good point. I'm also the judge. There's the police department. There's the murder. There's our apartment. Right, but we got mugged and they took our keys.
You take the subway to the murder scene.
Oh, this is a
Every
different
year, the
murder
urban
scene.
underground downtown area becomes more and more decrepit. Now it's reached the point where I can't tell what's more run down, the people or the buildings. The city certainly has found a way to deal with it. Hey, just build a new foundation over the condemned buildings. Then build beautiful skyrises and businesses on top of the foundation for the well-to-do. And as a bonus, they don't even have to see any of the poor that live below. How long will that last, though? I mean, half the gangs down there spend their time trying to whittle away the foundation that lies above them. In another few years, these metropolitan buildings might collapse. Wouldn't that be chaos? A whole city section goes under, without even an earthquake. Well, that fax said the latest victim was a police officer. Guess there really is a serial killer. Surprised the police.
I feel like this game has some social commentary.
There's got to be a connection between this murder and the death of Nick. Maybe someone down at the crime scene can shed some light. That is, if I can get in.
Hate it when gangs gnaw at the foundation of buildings. That's what they do. Yeah.
I know writers who use subtext, and they're all cowards.
Oh, are these like police hover cars? I like how they have one seat. They're just out in the open. It looks like a lazy boy.
You stare at your distorted reflection upon the curved
Yeah, like
metallic
bumper
vehicle.
cars.
Soon your image is washed out by an intense orange light. The car light flashes elsewhere, and you see yourself re-emerge.
It's kind of poetic.
Whenever there's a messy accident, groups of people surround the area like vultures around a dead carcass.
Man, there's nothing worse than murder groupies. That seems like a line of dialogue out of Anthology of the Killer.
Metal bars crisscross like a checkerboard with the squares cut out.
I feel like BB would say that. Man, there's nothing worse than murder groupies.
Nui.
That's me. Oh my god. Alexander, thank you for 55 month. Welcome back to the Court of Hearts, Your Majesty. BB does write for a paper, a zine.
Sorry, can't let you in here.
Hang on. I got this. FBI, let me in.
Your ID seems convincing enough to get the officer's attention.
My name is Federal Agent Sykes. Here to check out the murder scene. Sykes is a fun fake name. I get it.
Okay, go on in.
Oh, well, that was easy.
You enter the alley.
Psych!
A notice tells all that this building is scheduled for demolition in 6 weeks' time. It used to hold fertilizer, but now it's digressing into a similar substance. You nudge the decaying bag with your shoe, and over a dozen bugs and worms wriggle out from underneath. Disgusted, you turn away.
That was really disgusting. Oh, I think I see him moving.
A lone garbage can is filled and surrounded with wasted trash. A powerful force has turned the wall to a void, yet the bricks stacked on the ground aren't broken.
There's a hole here. It's here now. Why is this guy, like, partially invisible?
Yeah?
Oh.
What do you want?
Oh, is that your vest? Okay. Strange. Huh. I'm Federal Agent Sykes.
Sorry, Agent Sykes. I've been up for the past 3 days, and it's been getting me a little testy. What can I help you with? But please, make it quick because I'm on my way out.
What can you tell me about this homicide?
Officer Rizzo was on duty when she was murdered. She would patrol the area and clean up the local trash, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
Look, I'm not sure
There's
what
a lot
she
of
was
garbage
doing in
around
this alley,
here.
but I do know she died violently.
She was clearly doing a terrible
Something,
job.
and I don't mean human, leapt out and slashed her. She most likely bled to death within a few minutes.
Yo, free bugs.
Whoa, free bugs? You gonna finish those?
Yeah, I mean, as in she looked like some damn jigsaw puzzle by the time the killer got through with her. There were huge incisions across her face and upper torso. This killer is sick. I mean, real sick.
Like a cold or pink eye?
Well, we don't have much. 3 other bodies like Rizzo's have been found in the last 48 hours. We even found one over at Heisenberg Park a few hours ago.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, no. We found his body so mutilated that it was unrecognizable. He didn't even have any ID on him, which makes me wonder if he was robbed. We'll try to identify him through his dental records.
Okay. Well, he definitely wasn't robbed. So says me, the FBI. It would also give me away. I better keep quiet. They robbed him of all his skin. You said you suspected the killer wasn't human?
No person has that type of strength. But there were humanoid footprints found by the victims. The boys down at the station think the killer's a cyborg with prosthetic claws. As for me, I'm not jumping to any conclusions until there's more to go on.
Cyber werewolf. Definitely. Snatchers.
She was brought to the city mortuary about an hour ago. That's the whole point. We don't. The killer hasn't even left any recognizable fingerprints on any of the victims. It's so frustrating.
You know anything about a blue dust?
Funny you should mention that, because there have been a number of bodies in the last 2 weeks that had small traces of blue dust on them. But more than that, these bodies were decayed. I mean, decayed. 5 years on the force? Never seen anything like it.
Do you think there's a link between the decayed bodies and this?
I don't think so. This is definitely the work of a vicious killer. As for the decayed bodies, though, we're not sure what's causing it. It may be some new type of lethal narcotic. You might want to talk to Jim, the head forensic down at the station. I'm sure he knows more about the blue dust than I do.
I don't really want to push my luck pretending to be an FBI agent. I could go to jail for a long time for doing this. What do you think of your police department?
What kind of question is that? If I didn't like the new RS Police Department, I wouldn't be working there.
Can you tell me about Captain Barbarelli?
You know, a lot of people say he's real cranky, and I'm not denying it. But he works really long hours, and he's a real asset to our team.
Nibbles your ears, nibbles your ears, nibbles
I need those.
Nibbles your ears, nibbles your ears, nibbles your ears, nibbles your ears.
I needed those unnibbled. Alicia, thank you for 26 months. Oh my goodness.
He's a pretty nice guy. He
Too
should be able to
bad.
tell you more about the recent deaths than I can.
What can you tell me about yourself, Jennifer? What are you into?
I don't date men that come on to me at a murder scene.
Your loss? Thanks for your time. Aw, I missed you too. Oh my goodness.
Thick, segmented tubes twist all around, burrowing through various boxes and into the walls of the alleyway.
I don't
vent
date men
work.
that come.
You could fix that. There we go.
You exit the alleyway.
I sure do. Beautiful Madness, are we diving in today? How goes my favorite VTuber? We're doing pretty good. We're playing a little 1996 game here called Synergist, made by a tiny indie company. It was their first game, and they were called Vicarious Visions. They went on to work on some other stuff. There we go.
You take the subway to the morgue.
There are too many loose ends and not enough tight answers. A murdered police officer and Nick's death. Where's the connection? They were both slashed brutally. That can't be a coincidence. Shootings might be commonplace around here, but having a body checkered with claw marks is definitely the work of an individual. And a sick one at that. Nick and this officer, I think her name was Rizzo, might be in a position of power, but what about the other victims? One was a community college student, and the other was a desk clerk for a fishing company. Not exactly frontrunners for a terrorist group, but then why else would they be killed? Unless they were bystanders who got in the way when he set out to kill Nick and Rizzo. But how could that be? They were killed several days before Nick. Just doesn't make sense.
What's the connection?
Well, maybe the chief mortician can fill in some blanks.
I'm thinking, okay, you know that rich guy we interviewed? I think maybe he's a werewolf. It's a possibility.
Colorful excrement mixes together like a Jackson Pollock masterpiece.
How extreme the environments look, contrasted by the protagonist being just a guy. Yeah. Just a heckin' guy.
As if you opened a tomb, flat, dry air escapes the mortuary and disperses into the atmosphere. You enter the silent building.
Oh, hey Nines, how you doing?
The desk is cluttered with junk while the trash can remains empty.
Ooh.
Dried out,
Fimch.
withered sea plants lay forgotten amongst the wreckage of cracked fish skeletons. All that remains is an old abandoned sea castle that has been hollowed out with time.
Not that I don't appreciate it.
Cleaning fluid a la carte. There is a diary resting on top.
Oh. Not that I don't appreciate it. But this prose is pretty purple.
The diary appears to be quite worn from constantly being written in.
Like, I feel like this has the opposite of some games we play, where this one's been a little bit overwritten. The day started out great. I came from Sandy's house to work. She was all I could think about all day. Well, I wasn't paying attention to work today. Fred got mad. It wasn't nothing important, you understand. Just some sweeping up. Well, anyhow, at the end of the day, I realized my photo of Sandy went missing. I'm not sure what happened to it. Could somebody have taken it? I'll bet someone did. Just to get me back for something or other. It makes me so mad, and I can't ask her for another picture. She would be really offended. I'm so heartbroken without her photo. Dave. Is this Dave?
The janitor barely pays you any attention. He is grumbling to himself about how much work he has to do. He's totally incoherent.
Nice day, isn't it? Cool. Do people typically sign their diary entries? Sincerely, blank. Stream is glitching everywhere right now? Oh no. My internet's been misbehaving, and I know that some other streams have been kind of up and down, so I think this is a Twitch problem, maybe. I've seen fish with better personalities than that guy. I don't know what his problem is.
You press the button only to discover it's out of order.
Oh. Well, how do we... Okay. How do we get to the morgue, then?
A long dead tree stands limp before you. At the tip of one of the branches, a patch of green fights the cancerous brown that has been spreading across the sapling.
See what I mean? Everything's just a little bit poetic. I guess it makes sense. I mean, our character's a journalist, right? He's a writer. I guess that makes sense. It's about those hype guys at business meetings. It's one of those lean startup games.
He's totally incoherent.
I was wondering if you could help me. Yeah. It is going for a noir style, yeah. Looking for the chief mortician. Is he around? I like this guy. What sound does a zombie make? Oh my goodness. Hello, every pony. How's it going? Nelligan, Digi, and Moon. Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. It's good to see you. Every pony. I can say that. Moon's a pony. We finished Main Heaven's Word. Whoa, way to go. Good stuff. Gotta do that patch content. And then start up on Stormblood, huh? Hey, Raptor. Somehow never thought about the fact there might be pony VTubers. Yep. I liked Stormblood. I also liked Stormblood. I think Stormblood's fine. I do think it's the worst Final Fantasy XIV expansion. 8 out of 10. What do you think of Bloodstorm? Too much blood. Not enough storm. So, okay, do we have something that the janitor needs? Maybe we do. Hang on a sec. Okay, wait a minute. I get it now. Okay, alright. Just finished Stormblood and thought it was great. I guess that means it gets better from here? It does, yeah. Yeah, the Final Fantasy XIV expansions are, unfairly good. Apparently there was a movie last year with that name. Fascinating. Okay, I think I know what to do.
The diary appears to be...
Okay, so this guy is all grumbly because his photo of Sandy is gone. So we need to get a photo of Sandy. Sandy Cheeks, that's the one, yes.
You exit the morgue.
This guy is into that squirrel. Have you played Gabriel Knight before? I have not.
Anyone who spent so much effort to keep people out wouldn't leave the gate unlocked.
Well, they might. One would have a blast with Gabriel Knight. Interesting. I think I should play it. It's, let me see, that's one of those, Jane Jensen games, right? Or something? I've heard good things.
A warm, pasty smell rubs against your nostrils. Its delicate aroma is reminiscent of a compost heap that has been out in the sun too long. After a few more sniffs, you decide to refrain from going down.
Now successfully writes MLM for men books. Oh, fascinating. Huh. His favorite EA Poe story poem work. Not really my style, but I do have an appreciation for Haunted is the one that's the companion for House of Leaves, right? Is that the one we're talking? Is that what we're talking about? Or do you mean Edgar Allan? That's what you mean? Because that one I have a better answer for. I haven't read a lot. I just wanted to talk about The Mask of Red Death. Okay. Gotcha. Yes. Edgar Allan Poe. Okay. Mask of Red Death is great. I really like the 1934, I think it's 34, it's either 34 or 35, film Black Cat, which is quote unquote based on the story of the same name by Poe.
I came here to Synn with Bun, but they keep going off on a 10 instead.
Talon, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you for 44 months. Story is not very long. Yeah, it's not. It's the one with Vincent Price. No, the one I'm thinking of has Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi together at last. Great movie. It's about a satanic cult. Kind of a wild one. I like it. Yeah, I think it advertised itself as being like implied by the Poe story or something like that. Like it's not an adaptation. Like it's an adaptation in the same way that like the movie Moonraker is an adaptation of the book Moonraker. Like, it's just not. What's the one where Vincent Price is a warlock? I do not remember. Maybe we...
You decide to go back to the morgue.
All the classics getting discussed. I really liked, in terms of Vincent Price films, I was a huge fan of The Last Man on Earth. Based on the book I Am Legend.
Couldn't resist a math joke. Hope it adds up. I know opinions are divided sometimes.
As if you open
No,
the
I
tube,
got it.
flat, dry air escapes the mortuary and disperses into the atmosphere.
Heck.
You enter the silent building.
Poe had other literary peers during that timeline to bounce off, right? Oh, he absolutely had contemporaries. I think what he wound up being inspired by was like, the Victorians did a bunch of horror novels, just before his time, and during the age of Poe, there was sort of a push to make American literature a thing. So the crowd that he was writing, like the contemporary crowd that Poe was working in, from my understanding at least, is like early American writers who are trying to break away from some of the British conventions and create American mythology, more or less. So that's gotta be like that photo here somewhere, right? Because I don't think we know.
The desk is cluttered with junk while the trash can remains empty.
Mentioned Vincent Price's Hancock. Jesus. Wait, are we just putting Vincent Price in the role of Will Smith? Because if we're doing that, I want Vincent Price in Wild Wild West. We could do this, right? Or Men in Black? As a spider robot? No, as James West. Tame in the West. Desperado. No, you don't want nada.
A sickly yellow stains the wall.
Ew.
The desk is cluttered with... The desk is... A salty coat of evaporated water encompasses the aquarium, giving all who peer in a hazy, dreamlike appearance.
What about Vincent Price in After Earth as Cypher Rage? Forgot that that's the name of the character. It's good. It's good. Huh. The Fresh Price of Bel-Air. Men in Black starring Vincent Van Gogh. I think that could be pretty great, actually.
He's totally incoherent.
Talk to you later. Matchbook, darts. You think we could flash him our FBI badge and that'll do anything? You think is this anything? It's nothing. We could threaten him with a knife. No.
The crimson pillars form the key points in a trapezoid. Perhaps the architect used some form of logic amidst his deco-ridden madness.
It's too much. It's kind of too much. I don't know. All right. I gotta be honest. Not sure what to do here.
You exit the morgue.
Speed it up, Tim. Come on, we're on a schedule.
You take the subway
not
to
really,
the New
but-
Aris Police Department.
Sometimes I wonder where you find those games. These games? Sometimes peeps post about them on Discord. I don't remember if that's where I found this one.
You walk down the corridor and enter Barbarelli's office.
Maybe he's here now. He's not.
You walk out of the office and out to the corridor.
Okay.
You open the doors and leave the building.
The soundtrack's kind of trying. I don't know what it's trying to do, but it's trying. The random beeps are a choice. You know what I'm glad about, though, is that I seem to have fixed the problem where the game has been doing really annoying and then going black for a second. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Cool. Alright, okay. I just looked at the walkthrough. Get a little hint. I don't know if I would have thought to do this.
Back to the police department.
But okay. Alright. Can't wait to visit the Dark Void area of town. That's the Dark World. So you go to the carnival, and then you go through the mirror maze, and then you show up in the Dark World, and there's like, you know, Giger-inspired versions of all the areas from the Light
You walk
World.
down the corridor and enter Barbarelli's office.
Hey, you missed, pal. Okay, so we want to use the adhesive
One side
tape
remains.
on the shredded paper. Okay. When are we getting Darkseid 1 and 2? I've streamed those both.
You tape up the fragments of paper.
I have streamed both of them. Okay, where's the shredded paper? Oh, there it is. Taped paper.
You pick up the taped paper.
The taper. Taped up note. There it
The
is.
paper is part of a letter, apparently from Barbarelli's mistress.
Ooh. Oh, I can't read that. Waiting by the door each day so she can tell you the problems of the world. Why won't you leave her? Yeah, okay, cool, alright. Be malpractice on Bun's part to have not streamed
You
Darkseid
walk
by
out
now.
of the office and out to the corridor.
It was a while back, though. Actually, no, I take it back. Hang on a sec. No, I streamed Darkseid 2.
You open the doors and leave the building.
I have not streamed Darkseid 1. For a reason. Yeah. Huh. It just occurred to me that I may have not streamed the first one. Darkseid 1 too dark. Oh yeah, it's too scary is the thing.
You take the subway to the
Yeah.
morgue.
No, that game's on like a 2-hour time limit, I think. Like you game over. If you run into the time limit. And I'm not about that. Yeah. That doesn't sound fun to me.
You submerge your hand into thick, bubbling, pasty gunk.
Ew.
A half-eaten banana squirms and oozes between the cracks in your fingers. You finally find a picture of a young woman.
Ooh, that's so much grosser and more visceral than James sticking his hand in a toilet. Huh. Gross.
As if you opened a tomb, flat, dry air escapes the mortuary and disperses into the atmosphere. You enter the silent building.
Yeah, don't stick your hand in that. Ew. Alright, well, we got a photo at least. That's the thing we wanted. I think. Unless we didn't take it?
You exit the morgue.
The white gunk's on a banana. Honest. Oh, it's just on the floor here. Okay. Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
So he just dropped it on the floor after pulling
You
it out of the
remove
trash?
as much gum as
Cool.
you can, and then you
Alright.
carefully place the
So
photo
what do
in
you
your
know
wallet.
about Rita?
What was your relationship with Rita?
Alright, I love you, bye-bye.
As if you opened a tomb, flat, dry air escapes the mortuary and disperses into the atmosphere. You enter the silent building.
Bun, did you kill Rita? Yes, and I'd do it again too. Do you think I could make it with a giant head? Do you think I should bow? Bun, have you either played Majora's Mask or Twilight Princess? I've played both, actually. Yeah, I played Majora's Mask back on the N64 when that was new. And then I played Twilight Princess on the Wii. I think it was the first game I bought for the Wii. Here, Bun, this will explain everything. Okay. Look at this photograph.
It seems you've gotten his attention.
Thanks. I've been looking for this for weeks.
I believe it.
Please allow me to help you. I'll get Fred.
Thanks. It's slightly unsettling that I've got whole segments of my brain that have red super bits burned into them forever. Same. The sheer excitement dripping off every word was Oscar worthy. Yeah. Oh, now I can go. Okay. Is this a Roomba?
A vacuum cleaner stands by the wall. It won't fit in your pocket.
Oh no, it's just a full-sized vacuum cleaner. Okay. This mortuary is gigantic. And also, what? Hang on a sec. I'll be right back. One moment. Sorry about that. Rocky Dunn had a hair bowl. Oh, hey Grizzly, how's it going? Yeah, basically, so yeah. Also, yeah. So, why is the mortuary a movie theater?
Lucky Bun Orb.
Oh my goodness. Orb! Grizzly, thank you for 16 months. Welcome back to the Court of Hearts, Your Majesty. Appreciate you.
Ah, you must be Federal Agent Sykes. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
That's me.
How may I help you?
I see word gets around. It's gonna be really weird when they find out
Certainly.
I'm not an FBI agent.
I am here to be of service.
What can you tell me about this new serial killer?
You must know that I have received 5 bodies this week related to this killer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a very serious business, and I'm telling you, this is as serious as it gets.
As this is serious. 5 in a week? You bet. 1 a day.
She was so cut up, I felt that putting her in a regular locker room wouldn't be right.
Where is she?
She's on floor 7. That's our special floor. Now, if you have any further questions, I'll be happy to answer them. If not, I'll be happy to take you upstairs.
There's an upstairs? How?
I see you're a very perceptive man, Mr. Sykes. We found traces of blue crystals on some of the bodies.
How's there a floor 7? Yeah, with the ceiling like this. How's there a roof? Like, how's there a floor above this? You found blue dust on the slashed bodies?
No, these bodies were not slashed. They were decayed. I wasn't sure what the particles were, so I sent them down to the forensic lab for analysis.
What were the results of the forensic analysis? What do you think of the police department?
A very respectable department. I'm proud to be working with them.
What can you tell me about Jim?
He's a very hard worker. In fact, he's working on the blue dust analysis even as we speak.
Aw, Jim sounds like a cool guy.
He's a hard-working man. He
Yes.
also has a great sense of humor.
No way.
It's a good city for my type of business.
Wait a minute. Heisenberg Park? Blue dust? Does this take place in the Car Escape universe? Are we gonna meet Mike's friend?
That smut newspaper? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Sykes.
Smut newspaper.
Some of my best customers are from there.
The park. That's some dark humor. That's funny. The Daily Smut. Is every floor this tall?
As you see, there's not much left to go by. The deep lacerations in the torso resemble the mauls of a Sundarban tiger. But the
What?
2-inch depth of these slashes is remarkable, even for those man-eaters. A peculiar pattern is recurrent in all the lesions.
Why are you
an
so
upward
muffled?
Cutting stroke.
Bridget!
This is quite atypical of the downward
Thank you for
clawing
that, I can
pattern of
read.
most animals.
How you
You will
doing?
note the number of cuts in the throat and face. They are seen at both lateral directions and at considerable height from the ground, indicating a bipedal attacker. When she was found, the hands were completely
Hello,
severed
ferret friends.
in an upward motion, probably in a last defensive attempt. Really quite brutal.
Excuse me, I feel...
You gonna be okay there, Tim? What? Uh-oh. Tim just horked up a dinosaur. I think the guy in the room we just left is dead? That sounded like screaming, but it stopped now. Better check this out. But I better be careful. Maybe I should save. Yeah. Okay, the mortician's been beheaded. This'll explain everything.
Splotches of blood collect around the mortician's body. The lockers have been ripped open with great force. The body inside has been nabbed.
The shattered windows used to be heavily barred so that people couldn't escape, but the only customers here are ones who have already passed away.
What a strange thing to say.
A pair of highly sophisticated ultraviolet goggles
What?
lie in a pool of blood. With one peek, the user could see all that is hidden among the shadows.
I guess we should probably take those.
You carefully remove the goggles and try to wipe free the droplets of blood.
Better get out of here. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
The window has already been forced open from the outside.
What
The
is this
huge
mosaic?
face appears to be Medusa, one of the 3 Gorgon sisters in Greek mythology. According to legend, her hair was made of writhing snakes, and any man that gazed directly at her would turn to stone.
Why is it here, though?
You can't make head nor tails of the controls. You press a couple of buttons randomly, but nothing happens.
Okay, well...
You pull open the doors and walk into the corridor.
My god, that was hideous. I should go home and take some time to think all this over. Damn, those muggers took my keys. How am I gonna get home?
You rush down the stairs and out of the building.
Tim, man has been decapitated. You can't say head nor tails. Like, come on, Tim, get your head in the game. The thing is, I feel like maybe if Tim was gonna impersonate an FBI officer, he should have maybe, like, dressed up a little bit. Put a little suit jacket on, maybe?
You take the subway to your
I don't
apartment. The door is locked.
Bucket.
The bucket is filled with uncooked hot dogs.
Bumpket.
A rickety old fire escape clings to the side of the building.
Might be easier to go get my spare key than try and break through the fire escape. Go on. Tim, a spare key?
A fairly clean door is embedded.
Do tell.
In case of a fire, people can climb down the ladder to safety. However, the majority of blazes here have been started by the garbage below.
It might be easier to go get my spare key than try to break in through the fire escape. Okay. Okay, hang on. If I were a spare key, what about at his
You take the subway
job?
to the New Aris Chronicle.
Keep a spare key at work, maybe? Check his office? Did you leave it with the hot dog seller? Maybe? It's doing that thing again. I was hoping I fixed that.
You open the drawer and look through the supplies, which are still in their usual disarray.
A random set of office supplies live in this drawer.
That's their home. They live there.
A collection of pens, coffee mugs, and books reside on your desk. There's a small wad of gum underneath that you've been working on since last month.
Ew.
You collect all your loose pens and put them in a mug. Even though the little light is not blinking, you check for messages but find none. The well-annotated monitor is the center of your work and ophthalmic deterioration. You sit at your desk and type. After some thought, you decide to return later to finish up the story.
You have arranged your pens.
This little
Texts.
bookshelf holds texts you purchased throughout college. You never had the heart to get rid of them, and occasionally they are of some use.
Okay, well.
The patch...
I didn't find any keys here. Is that a different narrator? It's weird. Stop it! Don't do that. Video game. Sometimes the narrator is Tim, and sometimes the narrator is a narrator voice, who's a different guy.
You take the subway to your apartment.
And sometimes the narrator is like a blue text that has no audio. It's really inconsistent.
You strike up a conversation.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Tim. How's it going? Your usual? So, how goes the reporting war?
I've covered wars, you know.
Well, I'd love to help, but I haven't heard much lately. Tell you what, I'll keep my ears peeled for any scoops.
It's not what the hot dogs are made of, is it? Huh. The hat? I know, it was a little toque. It's great. This era of grab the office workers and intern for cutscenes and VA work, I miss it. I think it's even better because they started working on this game when they were in high school. Like, at least a year of development on this game was done during high school. So I think some of these are fellow students. Some of these are like, oh, it was a kid from my class. Or drama club or something, yeah. It's quite good. Have a good night, Sophie. Thanks for hanging out with
The
me.
lid has been sealed tight with time.
Me and Time were like this. We're tight.
The light illuminates the surrounding trash and brick.
Maybe there's like a special brick or something?
Even though the stand remains hidden in the alleyway, there are enough regulars to keep it open despite its location.
Is it in the garbage? I've tried clicking the garbage. Using the garbage does not seem to do anything. So, okay, maybe I need an item? Use the knife on the garbage.
Several bottles of condiments sit in a huddle, ready to break for lunch. A large multicolored umbrella shields the hot dog vendor from both rain and unwelcome ultraviolet rays.
Clearly reads Yum Dogs. It does. Okay, well, maybe we need to do something else then. What if we need to use the UV goggles? Is there an environment that's very dark?
You take the subway to the Last Chance bar.
This is where I was mugged. Maybe they left my keys in the alley? Where they mugged me?
With overflowing trash encasing the alleyway, you wonder why there is a garbage can at all.
Okay. Maybe somebody turned in my keys. Maybe one of the muggers was like, oh, you know what? I'll go give
You climb down the steps and enter the bar.
his keys to the bartender. You know, for safekeeping. Maybe?
Hey there, what can I get you?
Can you tell me about a blue powder?
Don't ask questions you can't afford to get answered.
Can you tell me about a pimp named Frankie?
He's trouble, especially if you owe him rent money, if you know what I mean. My advice, don't.
Alright, I've bothered you enough. I could probably bother you a little more, though, if you want.
Yeah? What do you want?
Oh, tough guy, huh? Peek. Okay, first of all, I am immediately attracted to her. Good call. I was wondering if you'd seen a friend of mine here.
Well, buy me a drink and we'll talk.
Alright. You've already got one in your hand.
So there is! Whoa. This must be my lucky day.
Can we send her a water? A little worried. Let's go talk to the bouncer real quick.
You strike up a conversation.
That was one hell of a brawl you were in.
Nobody in this game looks as much as a like a high school kid as the bouncer of this bar.
He had it coming to him for years. But then again, don't we all?
This dude is extremely 17, if that.
You don't have the remote control.
The bouncer. Wish I could stop whatever the heck that is. I was thinking that maybe it's because, like, I was using an old version of DOSBox. So I updated it. Still doing it, though. Pinocchio, thank you for the follow, my fur and whiskers.
He may
How are
be
you?
small, but has got a wicked dick twist.
Game might be haunted, actually. It's possible. Game's haunted. How am I supposed to know that?
You take the subway to the New Aris Chronicle.
It's gonna do it again. It's gonna go wham. Love your model. Also a big fan of classic story references. Ah, why thank you. Appreciate it. Pinocchio's got some rabbits in it. They're black ones, though. They arrive in a coffin because Pinocchio won't take his medicine. Alright, so according to the walkthrough...
You collect all your loose pens and put them in a mug. A collection of pens, coffee mugs, and books reside on your desk. There's a small wad of gum underneath that you've been working on since last month.
There's a new fork of DOSBox with a GUI that lets you load games from the menu and stuff. Interesting. Gum. There it is.
The month-old wad of gum is the perfect hiding place for your spare apartment key. After several minutes of twisting and scraping, you manage to separate your key from the taffy-like gum.
Oh, screw off! Come on! Well, now I can head back to my apartment.
After seeing what was left of Officer Rizzo, I just had to get out of there. The room was spinning as fast as my stomach. I just couldn't handle looking at that corpse. All those pieces of her. It was like the son of a bitch was trying to sculpt her into a piece of artwork. What the hell happened while I was gone?
What happened to Rita?
I scanned that room when I first walked in, and I certainly didn't see anyone crouching in a corner. This guy works quick. He didn't have more than 2 minutes before I entered the room again. How fast do you have to be to pull that off? Fast? How about inhumanly strong?
It's a werewolf.
Those were metal bars over that window. It would take a pull tractor to pry those free. And he pulled them back like it was tin foil.
And on the 7th floor of a building.
The way I see it, the killer slammed the body tray into the mortician, and then grabbed the dead body and broke through the window to his escape. Which all makes sense if it weren't for some huge gaping questions. Like, why would anyone steal a mangled body? Are we talking a cultist here? Or maybe someone with an extreme fetish? Even so, that wouldn't explain how he could jump several stories without splattering.
I don't think that's how fetishes
The only
work.
thing I saw outside that was disturbed was the open manhole. If only I was in that room when this all happened.
What a vanilla guy.
First Nick, then that police officer, and finally the mortician. What the hell is going on? I keep getting this shaky feeling like I'm snooping around a house with a flimsy structure. The more I pry, the closer I get to it all collapsing around me. I just need some sleep. I'll deal with it all tomorrow.
Heckin'. Well, we made it back to our apartment, which is nice. That's good. The 90s were pretty fucking extreme, though. Triple extreme? Maybe that's what the fetishes were, yeah. Maybe I should save a different slot. Oh, now it's inconsistent. Because some of them have space and some of them don't. Ugh. Terrible. Jeez. You know what? Okay. So, here's the thing. Okay. Now, it's okay to have a problematic fetish, but if it encourages you to go to the 7th floor of a building and rip open the bars on a window, and then tear a mortician's head off and abscond with a dead body, maybe that should be like something that you explore internally. And maybe you don't externalize that one. I'm just saying. Maybe that's an inside thought. Yeah, we don't need to explore that one. Gotta make sure the mortician's alright with it, yeah. Consent's important. What if I have the mortician and the deceased's consent? I think even if you have consent, involving a corpse is frowned upon. Generally. I feel like that's frowned upon in polite society. So maybe I'd caution against that. Was my vid phone ringing?
The phone.
Hi, Tim.
Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi. How did you get my number?
I checked your wallet out when I brought you back to my place.
Oh my god.
Listen,
Jessica.
I wanted to apologize for Frankie's behavior. He really isn't a bad guy.
Well, I'm sure he isn't.
Well, I really want to talk to you. How about dinner?
Well, okay.
Alright.
I have a friend who works at the Skyline restaurant. I'll try to make reservations.
She went through his wallet? That's weird.
tell you what,
Also, he had
I'll
his
page
phone
you
number
as soon as
in
I
his
do.
wallet?
Great, I've been meaning to go there myself.
Listen,
Okay.
Tim, I really have to go. We'll talk over dinner.
Wait, guess I'll see you soon.
Alright. Yo, we're getting Skyline chili tonight. There's gonna be so much cheese. Oh. Yeah, this game came out in 1996 and was made by a tiny indie company called Vicarious Visions. This was their first game. Maybe it has an if found, please contact? Possibly. I hope there's nothing in here that we need. Never heard of a machine that didn't make more games. Yeah.
You walk outside.
As in the company that would become Blizzard? As in the company that would be purchased by Blizzard. Yeah. Yeah. They worked on Skylanders. Right.
You take the subway to the revolving restaurant.
The restaurant. That's where we're going to. Skylanders. Restaurant.
The glass door slides open.
I'm suspecting this hot dog man opened up a shop here specifically to get this guy's money.
You go inside.
You know, it's funny, like, back where I used to live, there was a hot dog place within, like, walking distance of my house. And it was pretty good. It was pretty great. Like, it was called Dante's. It was named after the owner's dog. Did it have chili? They probably did. I always got my Chicago style, though. Cute little place. It was one of those ones where I think I was the only person that went there, though. Because they definitely went out of business. Man, I miss that place. Let me just check my reservation. I think I've got an ID, right? Or was that in my... Was that in my wallet? Oh, no. Driver's license right there. Alright.
You push in your license. You see your reflection juxtaposed with the computer's text. You touch the screen and read the 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 text.
Credit rating low. Entry denied.
You pull out your license.
Cool. Okay. Dang, a social credit system? Yeah. Damn. What a future. How's my pager doing?
Who would have thought that anything so tiny could nag for so long?
Do we need to use that for anything? I don't have any messages. Okay. This game seems to narrate a lot of things it doesn't need to. Yeah. It really does?
You open the door. You walk out to the atrium.
Like that. They could have put less work into the game, is what I'm saying. Which is a weird thing to ask for, but... Like, maybe it would have been a good idea.
You take the subway to the murder scene.
Oh. Everybody's gone now? Hello?
You kneel down next to the man and try to talk with him.
You know what I like most about visitors?
What's that?
Nothing. So scram.
That's Jason from AP Biology. I got him to play bum in my video game. You know, I wonder if anybody from this game went on to do anything.
You enter the alley.
I wonder if any of these actors went on to, like, have any big roles.
The victim's last gasp of life has been outlined by chalk.
But at least one of them went on to have a vision vicariously. It would be fun if we found out that one of them worked on, like did voice work for Crash Bandicoot or something.
A metal barrel slowly leaks oily fluid onto the ground. A weak, rusty chain-link fence twists uselessly around part of the alley.
Tug at tubes. YouTube?
You
More like
squeeze one of
my
the tubes,
tube.
and a thick, greasy fluid oozes out from a crack. You pull your hand away before the black sludge reaches your hand.
Cool. I'm a little worried at the background. But okay. Maybe we could use the plastic bag to pick up some of the goo? Oh, this is bad.
Yo, there's bugs and sludge here? Why would we ever leave?
Oh. Okay. Alright. I can't click any menu options? Okay. No. It's alright. It's fine. Damn, what was in those tubes? It's got that anti-computer goop. One guy who played an orderly went on to be part of the transportation department in a few big films. He drove a camera car for Looper. Ooh. Fancy. The bum has other acting roles? No way! Let's go! Yeah, way to go, Jason from AP Biology.
You activate the phone.
Hi, Tim.
Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi. How did you get my number?
I checked your wallet out when I brought you back to my place.
Oh my god, Jessica!
Listen, I wanted to apologize.
Yeah. It was unacceptable. Gag me with a spoon. Oh my god. Frankie's such a dork.
You spot the latest issue of the New Aris Chronicle.
I write for them. Why is it that I put in over 40 hours a week covering stories and I have to turn all the way to section F before I see anything I wrote?
You open the door.
Maybe it's because you've been wandering around all day instead of writing. Jessica, look at her butt. It's so big.
You take the subway to the murder scene.
Open the door. Get on the floor. Is everybody gonna walk the dinosaur? Are you always a writer in these types of games? It seems to happen. Not always, though. Monkey Island, you're a mighty pirate. Or in Darkseed, you're a, I guess a dork. I guess mostly a loser? I don't know what Mike Dawson's job is. Huh.
You squeeze one of the tubes, and a thick, greasy fluid oozes out from a crack. You pull your hand away before the black sludge reaches your hand.
Okay. I see. So I feel like, this is a problem because I think tugging at the tubes is an intended puzzle solution. Huh. No? Okay. You know, I'm looking at the walkthrough. Okay. It's not saying to pull on the tubes, so maybe tugging on the tubes is not a thing we have to do. I think it's a thing we shouldn't do. Holmax is this schmuck's boss. Oh, yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Okay. So maybe, alright, maybe we quit this. Maybe we open up this again. Okay. Yeah. So, the thing is that those tubes are what the internet's running through. And if I unplug them, the game shuts off. I have accidentally unplugged the game.
You activate the phone.
Hi, Tim. Okay. And then the game leaks out, yeah. Coincidentally, the game is a greasy black fluid.
You open the door.
It does feel that way, doesn't it?
You walk outside.
I thought the internet was a big truck. No. The internet is like a bus. Because it arrives every 21 frames?
You take the subway to the murder scene.
Question mark? I don't know.
You enter the alley.
Okay. The walkthrough said to use my UV goggles. The ones that were sitting in that pile of blood.
A pair of UV goggles you borrowed from the mortician. You put on the goggles.
Thank you. Nice job, Tim. Oh, this organic tissue was ultraviolet? So okay. So that's why I couldn't see it. Let me bag this. Invisible tissue.
You take the tissue and put it in a plastic bag.
Okay. Now I'm thinking, because the tissue's invisible, now I'm thinking maybe we're dealing with a predator. Maybe they're hunting these humans for sport. Some kind of werewolves? No, I mean like, you know, Predator. From the movie Predator. Yeah, where's Arnold Schwarzenegger when you need him? Wait, when did Predator come out? Oh, way before this. 80s? Is it like 83 or something? Uh, 87, okay.
You exit the alleyway.
Just be pathetic so it doesn't think you're worthy prey. You're doing great. Thanks. Man, here I am trying so hard to be good prey. Okay, so maybe we go to the... Like, I'm wondering if we go to the morgue, we can...
You take the subway to the morgue.
Analyze this tissue sample? Question mark?
You peer into a rich blackness that contrasts with the colorful cobblestones surrounding it. In the distance, you can hear the bubbling of flowing sewage water.
Oh. Well, they want their prey to fight back. So, you know, brats.
A warm, pasty smell rubs against your nostrils.
Oh.
Its delicate aroma is reminiscent of a compost heap that has been out in the sun too long. After a few more sniffs, you decide to refrain from going down.
Would it be strange in saying this game doesn't seem too bad? It's not. It's not bad.
The door remains locked at the police's order.
It's, yeah, it's not terrible. It's a little bit slow. Some of the puzzles are a little bit unfair. The acting's pretty bad. But all of that is kind of expected from the genre at the time. So I don't think it's actually bad.
You take the subway to the New Aris Police
Yeah,
Department.
bad acting's lovely.
I had a hunch there'd be something at the crime scene. I mean, with this killer thrashing all about and pieces of the body found everywhere, there was bound to be some evidence strewn about. I knew their search wouldn't be thorough enough. I finally have something tangible, something I can work with. I've got to get this organic sample to the NAPD forensic lab for analysis. That means I've got to go through Barbarelli. I hope he doesn't give me hassle. I like the man, but if he harasses me, I'm going to have to put some serious pressure on him. This is the best evidence I have, and nothing's going to stop me from getting this killer.
Yeah, I'm gonna really take the screws to him.
I picked up some new evidence I needed badly. I mean, things are starting to work out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play the tough guy in my negotiation with Barbarelli.
Especially for a first game, it's stellar. Yeah, the biggest complaint I have about it is that, like, and it's kind of a subtle thing, but I think some of the writing is amateurish in a way that is a little tough to pick up on. Some of the writing is a little bit unskilled just because of how, I guess, purple the prose is. Everything is just a little bit too poetic.
The American eagle, with its watchful eye and proud beak, provides protection to the city of New Aris.
Like that. Like, it can't just be, you know, an eagle on the floor. Like, it's not a huge problem either.
You walk down the corridor and enter Barbarelli's office.
I scrolled down so far, I found both your forms and found them equally awesome. Forms? Hey Barbarelli, I'm an FBI agent now.
You attempt a conversation.
I don't have time for interviews, Matchin.
Is that how her name is pronounced? Hey man, it's as much of a surprise to me as it is to you, okay? I got a bag of meat! Hey, you busy? What's going on today?
Damn right I'm busy. This psychotic going around town is turning this place upside down.
Listen, I gotta use the forensic lab. You gotta let me use it, Chief. She has a lack of experience. The I'm gonna use big words and prose to make myself look important and interesting type writing is usually just from being green. Yeah, definitely.
Look, it's off limits and you know it.
Okay, but could you, like, bring this meat to the forensic lab for me? Come on. Please.
Oh, look, Matchin. This whole place is falling apart with me trying to keep it together. I don't need you getting in the way.
Yeah, but I'll be out of your hair. Come on. What a story, Barbarelli. How's your sex life?
Matchin, what are you talking about?
How's your sex life?
And what do you know, Matchin?
Don't worry. I have something your wife would love to get her hands on.
Whatever, Matchin.
Alright, now we show him the note.
You hold up the letter and Barbarelli glares at you.
I think this letter provides some pretty conclusive evidence, don't you?
Yeah? Well, what the hell is it any of your business?
What the hell is it any of your... Okay, I would rewrite that.
You know, the last time you said that, you nailed my partner.
Yeah, well, maybe your partner needed a good nailing. And you weren't giving it to him. I appreciate this.
Get out of my face, Mädchen.
You walk out of the office and out to the corridor.
Can we have a few more double negatives in there? I think we probably shouldn't not do that. Hey, Desk Sergeant, I got permission to go to the forensic lab.
He seems annoyed at your approach.
Hey, I got permission to go to the forensic lab.
Oh yeah, Mädchen. He's right in his office.
Let me in.
You walk down the hall and enter the forensic lab.
Everyone in this game hates you, but so far I can totally see why. Yeah. I imagine you don't make a ton of friends as a journo, you know?
If you had some complex chemical compound you needed ionized or broken down, this would be the gadget to do it. Sadly, you have nothing to ionize. It appears to be deactivated. This control panel activates and deactivates the locks on the evidence lockers. A small droplet of water flees from the spout's rim.
Okay, when we asked for access to the forensic lab, maybe we should have also specified that we needed someone to do an analysis.
You need the codes for the control panel, which are for police eyes only. You turn on the sink. Water pours from the spout.
Okay. Now we use the water to... Can I put the tissue in there? No.
The bag contains a piece of organic tissue.
Okay.
The bag contains...
Can I put the meat in the centrifuge? No.
There are various powdered and liquid reagents on the shelf, including some inexpensive acids.
Get bottle of acid.
You pick up a bottle marked HCl concentration.
Okay. Are we canonically short?
Help, there's so many machines. I just want to know which one to put my meat in.
It appears to be deactivated.
No, but seriously though, where does the meat go? Man, this is like Harvester all over again.
Several air ducts provide excellent ventilation from above. Several bottles of ninhydrin and some spray bottles of silver nitrate sit on the shelf next to a pile of blank fingerprint lift cards.
Have you streamed Harvester? I have actually, yeah.
The plastic bottle is marked sulfuric acid concentration.
I don't think I recommend it.
You pick up the bottle and carefully put it in your pocket.
It's not very good. So now we have sulfuric and hydrochloric acids. What do we do with these?
You turn the sink off.
You always were a kidder.
You always were a kidder, Bun.
You better believe I am. There's a monitor? Okay. And a centrifuge? And a... I don't understand. What? Man! Okay. I do have a complaint about this game now. And it's that I wish there was slightly more direction. Like when we walked in here, I wish Tim said, "Oh, there's nobody here. I better, like, leave a note."
You write a short note with a pager number you can be reached at and place it on the door.
I sure hope that note doesn't blow off. I've got to see the forensic soon. Okay. And then we got to be sure to use the adhesive tape on the note.
You tape the note firmly to the window so it won't fly off.
Yeah, I'm not saying any mood logic, but it definitely is helping that you don't know what's happening. I don't know that was our objective. I didn't know that our objective was to leave a note.
You open the door.
Otherwise, I would have been able to figure that out.
And into the hall.
I interviewed Ambrose 2 days ago. Things have been so crazy. I'd better finish my story for Hall Mags. See, that's the direction I'm talking about. Okay.
You open the doors and leave the building. Tokens issued by the New Aris Transit Authority.
I'm running low. Better buy some more tokens at the downtown station. You get to a forensic lab, you expect to be doing forensics? I would think so. Like, I understand why Tim isn't able to do that. To the New Aris Chronicle!
You take the subway to the New Aris Chronicle.
Huh. Oh, hey, Dave. What are you doing? Did you enjoy the eclipse?
Oh, hey, Tim. How's it going?
You getting my good side back there?
Well, I've been looking for that article we did on the Rubin Corporation last week. Do you have any idea where it is?
Rubens? Might be in the Grass is Not Greener on This Side of the Fence series we did last month, but don't quote me on that. Uh-huh.
You sit down and write the article with great intensity.
I was expecting the word aplomb. I know I read about Victor's program for the homeless, but I'm not sure where. I'd better find out about it so I can finish this thing. Victor's got some kind of plan for the homeless. Oh my god, when we sit in the chair, we're so small. We're so tiny.
She smiles at you as you approach.
Tim, I'm really busy right now.
That's
I'm
not a
going to have
smile.
to talk to you later.
I think the narration just lied to us. That wasn't a smile at all. Who is this small child solving a murder? Right?
You take the subway to the murder scene.
Yeah, let's do that. To the subway. Oh, here we go. Okay. Buy
You buy a
tokens.
handful of tokens and hope they last until your car is fixed.
Crunchy tokens. Is that all that's in here? That seems to be all that's in here. Okay.
You go through the turnstile and board the train.
Sure.
You take the subway to your apartment.
Information on Ambrose's plan for the homeless. There's two things that I'm thinking.
The door is locked.
Could be the newspaper in
You
our
unlock
apartment.
the door with your apartment keys.
Or it
You
could be
open
the
the door.
Ambrose Foundation itself.
You walk up to your apartment.
Yum, dogs.
You spot the latest issue of the New Aris Chronicle.
Can we use that for anything? No? Okay, fine.
One of many reminders of things to do.
Where did you find his keys? Trapped in the gum
open the
under
door.
his desk at work.
You walk outside.
You know, pixel hunt.
You take the subway to the Ambrose Foundation.
Maybe the receptionist can fill us in.
The receptionist looks towards you as you approach her.
And rolls her eyes. How's it going?
Oh, hi, Mr. Matchin. I'm too busy to talk right now.
Okay, that's fair. Alright. Oh, that samurai armor has huge boobs. A
You
little
leave
bit,
the
yeah.
lobby and enter the subway. You take the subway to Jessica's apartment.
Can we go on that date now, maybe?
Despite its condition, the lock remains pretty sturdy. You can't reach the ladder from the street level.
Woman with barrel.
You strike up a conversation.
Honey, why don't I come back to your place? Bend you over into positions that you never knew that you could reach.
Oh. All right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Could you read that with less echo? Huh. Are you bringing the air conditioner you recorded that line next to? Hmm.
You take the subway to the New Aris Chronicle.
Alright, now I'm not sure where it wants us to go. Oh my goodness, it's a sleepy day. Oh, that woke me up though. Hey, Dave. While you're in there, do you see an article about... forget it.
You sit down and write the article with great intensity.
I know I read about Victor's program for the homeless, but I'm not sure where. Better find out about it so I can finish this thing.
A large revolving...
Getting on LucasArts vibe from this game too. The music places. Feels in place for Sam and Max or Day of the Tentacle. A little bit, yeah. I could kind of see that. Ah! Stop it! It's like the bird in Citizen Kane is there to wake you up. This really is the Citizen Kane of video games, isn't it? Sure.
You take the subway to the Last Chance Bar.
Is this happy thing supposed to happen? No! I just don't know what's causing it.
You climb down the steps and enter the bar.
Is the thing we need in here or out there?
You climb down the steps and enter the bar.
It's the sax man that follows Tim around and gives him the odd honk.
A dolphin arches through the air, showing what it means to be truly free.
Does it? Is that what's happening?
Yeah? What do you want? Well, then get out of my face.
Okay. Where'd you get the tickets for the food bank thing? Oh, right. It was like a box in the... that guy's office. That guy. With the thing?
Hey there, what can I get you?
Can you tell me about the Cyborg Union?
I've been with that union since the start, and let me tell you, I've never been part of such a good cause.
Hell yeah!
They're responsible for getting us respectable jobs instead of doing lethal experiments like the government had originally intended.
Yeah! What's this I hear about the union being responsible for the murders? What are you talking about?
Hey, where do you get off coming to my bar and accusing me of being part of a corrupt organization? The people in the Cyborg Union are the best brothers I ever had.
Hell yeah.
No one in there would jeopardize our cause by killing innocent people. No one. Now you can just march your ass back outside if you have a problem with that.
Yeah, Tim! You dick! You be nice to those cyborgs, damn it. Oh, of course, I forgot to search through the trash.
You find a discarded pamphlet that was around the food shelter ticket you gave to the bum.
Oh, this is where I saw that information. With this, I can finish my article. Of course. I said I didn't stick my hand in the trash enough. There's always a clue in the trash can.
You take the...
Oh, I didn't want to do that. Literal muckraking. Yeah.
You take the subway.
Kinda. Wasn't that a running joke in Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog? It was indeed, yeah. There's always a clue in the trash. Hey, Falcon. The internet has been a problem this week. Do you think it's because GDQ's going on and it's putting a strain on the Twitch servers?
You use the information from the pamphlet to finish your article.
This is the far-flung future world of 1999. That's correct. I think it's 2008, actually. I think. What I missed? Not much. We're finally getting our article written. This is the second half time I've had to sift through the trash this week. Had to or wanted to? Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, I can walk. Okay, maybe I'll make a save here. Huh. Because I cannot interact with anything. Okay. But I load the save. No? Okay. if we load a different save? Nope, still okay. It's broken. Okay. Alright. This is fine. Everything's good. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. We're carrying around a lot of acid right now. Which, you know, seems like a concern.
The well-annotated monitor is the center of...
Huh? Talk to Dave. Can't talk to Dave. Hey Throwaway, how you doing? Let's tell Helmegs we finished the story?
You attempt to talk to your boss.
What are you, stupid? I don't want to see you until you hand me both stories.
Both stories. Okay. I gotta finish the review of the restaurant. Okay. I'm a bit thrown because I don't know if okay.
Hillary would probably object.
Okay. Oh, better check my pager. Mr. Matchin, this is Chief Forensic Jim. This is not how a pager works. What, could people just text on a pager in the future? That's wild. Just essaying on the pager. Huh. That's never gonna catch on? No, why would anyone need anything other than a number to call you back on? Ridiculous.
You take the subway to the New Aris Police Department.
Also known as the Napped. Speaking of napped, I'm so sleepy. I think I'm gonna get to the forensic lab and then save.
You walk down the hall and enter the forensic lab.
And take a break. Give me some caffeine in me. There we go. Go sleep. Yay, caffeine. I love a caffeine. I think I'm gonna go make an espresso. I think that's probably a good